Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Mission Impossible Fallout. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you don't want to know anything about the film and you want to go completely blind, then let's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.
Mission Impossible Fallout stars Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Henry Cavill, and of course, Ethan Hunt himself, Mr. Tom Cruise. In Mission Impossible Fallout, the IMF have allowed 3 nuclear cores to end up in the wrong hands, and it is now up to the IMF to retrieve these 3 nuclear cores and stop what would essentially become World War III. So right now, I want to address pretty much my only major gripe about this film. At the start of the movie, during the opening credits, they show you pretty much everything that's gonna happen in the movie, and I had a big problem with this because, you know, I want to watch the movie. I don't want to see what's gonna happen in the movie before the movie's actually happening. Just let me experience the movie as it's going on. I don't know if the other Mission Impossible movies do this. If they do, you know, let me know in the comments. But having said that, this didn't ruin the movie for me. I just thought, why would you show me what's gonna happen before it's gonna happen? It just didn't make any sense to me. But with that out of the way, let's get to the actual main review itself. Now, despite what you may think of Tom Cruise, you can always count him to deliver a decent, if not sometimes, a great action movie, and I would say that this movie is no exception. Now, this new installment in the Mission Impossible franchise sees the return of many Mission Impossible tropes, such as Tom Cruise running for an extended sequence,
Running!
sophisticated disguises,
I've heard all I need to hear.
and the thing I look for, which I imagine you guys do as well, comprehensible action scenes, which this movie does brilliantly. You can always see everything that's going on in the fight scenes, in the car chase scenes. And Mission Impossible Fallout sees one of the most ambitious stunts ever put to film. A stunt that Tom Cruise had to plan for 2 years and get his helicopter license for. And if you're like me and you didn't watch the trailers and you don't want to know what the stunt is now, I won't tell you what it is, but I will say that it is worth all the effort that Tom Cruise and his team did put into it. Now, one other kind of issue I had with the film, which I wouldn't say is the film's problem, is at times I'm just wondering who characters are and what their relationships are to, you know, the main story. I think it would have helped if I rewatched the previous movie just before seeing this one. So like I say, it's not this film's fault, but I think it is, like I say, worth mentioning. So I'd say before seeing Mission Impossible Fallout, you need to see Mission Impossible Rogue Nation just before seeing this one so you have a complete understanding of what's going on. Now, for where Mission Impossible Fallout sits with the other 5 Mission Impossible movies, I would say that it's on par with the better ones of the franchise. Because other than the brilliantly coordinated stunts that push the franchise to new heights, this movie doesn't really do anything new story-wise for the franchise. And it pretty much follows the exact same story narrative that the other movies do in the franchise. Ethan Hunt, should he choose to accept it, receives a mission, he gets his team together, they have trouble accomplishing the mission, there's a double cross, there's a misdirection, they eventually accomplish the mission, and that's pretty much the movie. And I know that is oversimplifying the story, but that pretty much is the Mission Impossible franchise in a nutshell. Now, I know this may sound like I don't enjoy the Mission Impossible movies, but on the contrary, I really do enjoy these movies. Because right from the get-go, I know I'm going to get entertaining characters, brilliantly coordinated stunts, a decent story, and an overall just an enjoyable experience. And Mission Impossible Fallout is definitely an entertaining experience. Now, before I wrap up this review, I want to give a shout out to one of the most amazing performances ever put to screen. The Golden Globes, the Oscars, you name it, this performance will get all of them. And that is Henry Cavill's mustache and beard. This performance defied expectations and gripped you from start to finish. I mean, to be honest, it really needed to, because it needed to be worth all the millions they spent on doing this.
A man I knew used to say that hope is like your car keys. Easy to lose, but if you dig around, it's usually close by.
I'm sorry I had to show you that, but we can never forget what was done to the Man of Steel. Overall, guys, from start to finish, this was a very entertaining experience, which I would say was only slightly better than I thought it was going to be, because I did have high hopes for this movie, and I would say that it only went a little bit above my expectations. As I said before, cast, stunts, plot, all good. And so to get the fullest experience of this movie, you do need to go see it in the cinema, because these movies do need to be experienced on a big screen. And if this becomes the first Mission Impossible movie you see, I wouldn't say that you'll be completely lost, because this is kind of a self-contained story. But I'd say to get the fullest experience with this movie, you do need to go see the other 5 movies before watching this one. But again, watch at your own discretion. Okay guys, that's my review of Mission Impossible Fallout. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite spy movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. And until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!